Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Doing a video response. I saw the Clueless drinker did one for tasting it, and I was like, well, that's very communal. It's like very old school, back in the day when beer tube didn't suck so much. Or at least wasn't inundated with so many people. So, there's a list of questions. I wrote them out literally in crayon, because I couldn't find a fucking pencil in this house. We're listening to the Lost Boys soundtrack. So why not? Let's do this. Okay, first question. How did you get into beer? Why beer? Well, I got into beer in 2008 after 2008? Yeah, something like that. 2008 after I had a long stint sobriety away from all alcoholic beverages because I was doing good. I had a new house, a new life, a new this, a new wife. And a new child. And I was like, you know what? I deserve a fucking drink. You know what I mean? So I always knew German beer was good. So I went over to the store and I picked up a case of Vorsteiner. That sounds pretty metal in German. And it was their Dunkles. I like dark beers. So, and there you go. And that wasn't my first beer, obviously, but that was the beer that, I don't know, just kind of spurred me into it. And why beer? Why beer? I needed something that was very hard. I didn't need something that was very hard too, but like at the same time, it's like, look, wine is high ABV, pretty expensive. Beer at the time was something that was completely unknown to me, and I want to kind of break into that and be like, well, I remember Germans make good beer. Let me give it a go. Let's see how beer works out. You know, I remember how hard things worked out. Let's try the non-hard things. And wine was still pretty high in the ABV and stuff like that at the time. So my mind just was like, you know what? I think it was like, I'm very sporadic. So when I do things, they're very sporadic, and people, you know what I mean? And that's why I did that. So that's why beer. Favorite beer? That is a taxing question. Favorite beer. That's like what's your favorite metal band? Or what's your favorite, I don't know. What's your favorite, I don't know. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite this? What's your favorite this? Well, fuck, man. I have a menagerie of different things I like. And beers are no different. The generic question is my favorite beer is the free beer. You know what I mean? But that's not true either, because I'd turn down free beer if it's shit. So, 80s. Love it. Probably my favorite beer right now. I'm not gonna go through any crazy shit, but if there's a time I see it, I will grab it. I don't care if there's one in a row or 20 in a row at the bottle shop or a case of it. I will make sure I buy these because I enjoy them. And that's Axanceller's Rauchbier, the Märzen. The Märzen. You know, the Märzen and Axanceller Rauchbier. I'm right with fucking Clueless drinker on this one. It's probably my favorite beer. I just like it. For what it is, for what it's trying to be compared to other lagers. Because it is a lager. A regular old lager, a Märzen. Compared to the scope. Yeah, I'm getting old. But compared to the scope of those beers, it is fantastic. It's in a league of their own. No crying in baseball. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, one beer forever. What will it be? One beer forever. I would want something that changes. I would want something that is designed to no matter what time you have it. It's enjoyable, it's drinkable, but also changeable and augmentative in its growth. You know what I mean? So you're not getting bored, but something that you do enjoy it. So I would probably say something like, if I could have a beer forever. I don't know, it's really rough. This might sound a little fucked up, because usually I was going to say, like, you know, Lagunitas IPA, boom, all the time. Or Evolution Brewing Company's Lot 3 IPA, boom, all the time. You know, all the time. I would probably do... Give me constant supplies of Fuller's Vintage Ale. Constant supplies of Fuller's Vintage Ale, and I'd let stuff sit around. I have like a wall built out of Fuller's Vintage Ales, and I'd pick a year every time, and like, and it would change. It would be wonderful and change and make me have my little man thing go like, yeah, it'd be awesome. Okay, how can you drink so much? Live my life, and you know the answer to that question. How do you stay healthy? I've tried to stay healthy, more so now than ever. Stay mobile. Don't eat junk food. Don't drink soda. Just stay away from the sugars if you can. I have lost weight recently because of keeping my ass mobile at work. Mildly working out when I can, picking things heavy and putting them down, things like that. You know, I'm not too bad. I need a lot of work, but I'm not too bad. And manage your stress, because stress damn near, it blew out this eyeball. It's healing, and it's just not good for you. So manage your stress, and if you guys got stressful shit going on in your life, I don't know, get help somehow, because stress was rough for me, and I just went through a lot of it, and it wasn't fun. So get help. And just because it's not depression, you're not going to kill yourself, doesn't mean you aren't killing yourself. So get help with stress, because that's the number one thing. And alcohol is not an answer to stress, by the way. Even though it sounds funny, you know, to go and drink a bad day away, it's not. Don't drink if you're upset. Okay? Number one. All right. What is your favorite ingredient? It has to be water. Isn't water the best? Water is what you make beer out of. And water is what you want when you gotta have too much. Beer. It's water. It's the best thing in the world. Argue with me, bitches. Okay. First beer. My first beer ever. There's two sections of this, and I will do a one and then I'll do a two. First beer ever was Budweiser. And I got it for free at the bar. I sat down, I drank it. I know. And then she's like looking at me, like really happy, and I'm like, I don't like it. It's shit. Like I was like giving this really like happy face. I just drank my first beer, and she's like, I'm like, it's fucking garbage. I hate this shit. And I didn't drink beer then for another 6 years. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm done, pretty much. I've had some Guinnesses in my day, and they are shit too in America. With the stuff that came from St. James, Ireland, I used to think the extra stout was really good, but the New Brunswick extra stout now that comes into America is shit. Anywho, so sobriety, years, nothing. Went to a beer fest because there had to be there was apparently a bunch of imported beers up that way. So I went there because I like the whole European beer market. Basically, it was all the traditional European beer. Because I didn't know about craft beer at the time. And I was up there in Poconos, and I found a thing at the one stand called Feuerbacher. It's very German sounding. It's pretty interesting. And the one beer was Old Heathen Imperial Stout. I'm like, well, that's metal as fuck. So, yeah, let's do this. So I went over there, tried that little smoky, crazy... and I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing with my face? You know, and I'm like, that's amazing. And it went, you know, and I found out they're from Pennsylvania. I'm like, what? What? I thought Pennsylvania only made Yinling and Rolling Rock. What the fuck? Like, what? Like, I didn't even know about craft beer and shit like that. Blah, 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 all these different things, you know. And from then on, it just expanded. Absolutely expanded. And every new beer you have after that point, it expands you even further and makes you think even broader, which is nice. And then I got into, like, you know, Tokyo from BrewDog, which, oh my god, you can barrel age beers, you can add this to it, and I'm done. You know what I mean? Pretty much. And then the rest is history. Who in the beer community would you look up to? Try not to look up to anybody. Square in the eyes. Or down if possible. But, you know, but never try to look up to anybody if you can. Because we all put our, you know, dick in the same light socket. Is that the phrase? Pants on the same time? I don't know, something like that. But one person or two people, I'll give you a double, because they, you know, they're cohorts. You know, they kind of travel in the same circles, as some of you know. I would get giddy and starstruck, and I would look up to them to a certain extent. Which would be Oz Clarke and James May. Even though James May not a beer guy per se, but Oz is definitely a man of the drinks, and then James May, they kind of go around, and I like that. I'm very fanboyish to those two people. And of course, before then, and I didn't know about him until after Oz already like showed me all the world of beer and wine and whatnot, etc. Excuse me. Then I learned of Michael Jackson, the beer hunter. So, I mean, rest in peace for him. And he would be someone to look up to, but you can't look 6 feet down. You got to look down to see him. So that's how that works. Anywho, but that's what it is. There's the questions. The camera held out, so I'm a happy man. And pretty sure vinyl might be over too. So anyway, nope, still got another song. Actually, this is the song with that crazy ass half naked guy with the saxophone. Best fucking part of the movie. You know? Yeah, just like I want to lick him. It's probably pretty much what it is. It's gonna lick him. So, yep, this has been Paul from PABrewNews. Pretty much ending the questionnaire from Tasting Niche. The response, I believe Dean is doing a response too. He posted it. I saw it. So check out Dean's as well, and anybody else who does this thing. Probably won't be. There's going to be probably a bunch of guys by the time this is posted. I'm doing a mystery beer review series. I want to kind of get that up, and then as soon as I can, I will post this. So I might try to post this before, like during, but it's a fucking 13-minute goddamn video. It's going to be a pretty long upload. Anyway, Paul from PABrewNews. It's been fun. Cheers. Bye.